From the Red Hot Chili Peppers, please welcome Mr. Chad Smith.
Yeah.
To the show. Good morning, Chad. There we go.
Yeah, just people in there just hired just to clap loudly.
Yeah. That's what I do. That's it. Yeah. That's us. Yeah.
Gotta have clappers, man. Yep.
How do I get that gig?
Hey, Chad, I wanted to ask you, man. So Stone Harbor is where this is going to be. There have been sightings of you at the Jersey Shore before. No? What do you mean no?
I've never been to the Jersey. Tell me about the sightings. This sounds good.
Are you serious? We have heard there's somebody that looks like
it
you,
has to be
that people have sworn up and down that Chad Smith haunts.
Well, we all know who that is now. Don't.
Will Ferrell out there?
Some other dude, some other really good-looking guys out there too.
I have not been to the infamous Jersey Shore. This is my virgin experience. So what should I expect?
Well, it's beautiful. Stone Harbor's a gorgeous area, first of all, that you're going to be in. And it's just, you're going to be down there for Memorial Day weekend. So, in fact, that part of the state actually weighs more than any other part of the state this time of year because everybody's going to be flooding down that way. But it's just people dying to get out and enjoy summertime. So that's the kind of vibe you're going to be digging on.
Beginning of summer. And what a summer to start beginning, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're also dealing with the fact that restrictions are getting relaxed, and people are, as the vaccinations are going out and things are becoming more normal. I think you're going to get a very exuberant response from your art collection. And how is this? How long has this been a thing for you? Because obviously you have the artistic outlet of the music, but a lot of times, people like to dabble in other stuff. How long has this part of your life existed?
Well, I would say I've been doing this particular thing about 5 years now. And this company called Scene 4 in Los Angeles approached me, and it was really their kind of idea saying, look, here's how they presented it to me. We would like to put you in a dark room, completely dark, with these light-up fluorescent drumsticks of different color, and have you improvise a solo or do whatever you want on the drums, and we're going to photograph you at different angles with different shutter speeds. And people that know about photography, the shutter speeds, slower, faster, make things blurry, and all that kind of stuff. And then after that, you can change the color and you can manipulate it on different canvases and do all kinds of modern post-production stuff. And, how does that sound to you? And I was like, it sounds pretty cool. It sounds psychedelic, and it's a connection for me from music and drumming, which is obviously my passion and the first thing that I've been doing since I was a little kid. And so it made sense to me in that way. So, that's what we did. And that was about 5 years ago. And then I have a second collection. It was so much fun. I did it again. And this time, though, I started adding afterwards in post-production. I really wanted the power and the energy and explosiveness of how I was trying to portray the drumming to pop out on a flat surface, which is really the challenge, because music and drumming is so physical and obviously, it's a audio experience, but to try to get that, translate that onto a flat surface is something I was interested in. So I've been adding things to it to embellish it, to bring out those feelings that I want to convey on the canvas, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm just going for it. There's no art police that's going to come and say, hey, you can't do that. That's against the rules. You're supposed to do, whatever. And so I'm not really concerned with that. I just, if it touches people emotionally or whatever sort of, reaction you can get from art, any kind of art,
right?
I'm down. So it's really, I'm using my drumsticks as brushes. And actually, there are brushes that people use on the drums, and the drums are my canvas. And I can express myself any way I want.
That's wild.
We've had a few other rock stars by here that have taken to artistic and oil paints and various mediums, and a couple of them actually have been drummers. We have Mickey Hart of the Dead, Rick Allen of Def Leppard as well. Do you guys? Is this a community, drummers who go into art?
Like a drum circle, or a paint circle, or an art circle, or whatever. Stuart Copeland does it. Bill Ward from Black Sabbath. There's a drummer from Journey. A lot of people. I don't know. Maybe it's a drumming thing. I know. I asked Mickey about it actually because I saw that he did it, and I asked, and he's with the same company that I did. And obviously, our thing is always very different, but just to get a feel for it and how the people were to work with and all that. And he was very positive about it. So, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess it's a thing. Who knows?
You know what's interesting though is because you talk about that there's no art police, and I think as a musician, and this is your livelihood and so on and so forth, and albums and songs get critical reviews and so on and so forth. It's sort of liberating in a way to tie into an aspect of what you do and have that. And I don't give a rat's ass aspect to it, to just be purely something you feel at the moment. And no, I don't care how it's judged. This is what I want.
If you make art and you're worried about what other people think, and you're making it for someone else than yourself, I mean, it sounds selfish, but you really, you have to be okay. You have to love it, and you don't always love everything you do, but you have to do it for yourself and come from the heart, and that's authentic.
Yeah.
And if you're making it for other people or what other people think, music, film, photography, whatever it is, art, then you're already out in a different place, and that's not where I'm coming from. So no, I mean, do I want people to like it? Sure. Do I want some people to hate it? Yes. I want action. I don't want.
All right.
You don't want that as an artist. You want people to love it, or they at least for me, I want a reaction. So I think that's good, and you take a risk and you grow and change as an artist. That's really important, and I'm just doing that. And people don't like it, fuck them.
I have to dump out on the F-bomb. But listen, Chad, I have a question about that and the difference between creating music and creating this as tangible art that you can hold and touch and really take in. Now, if you create something, a piece of music, it goes out into the world, people purchase it, that's great. But you still have that. When you have a piece of art, if you create something that you really love, do you want someone to buy that and have them appreciate it, or is that something you want to keep for yourself? Is it hard to let go of something that you've created that you really, really like?
Yeah, that's a good point. And also I can use the music analogy. It's like you make your songs in your garage or wherever you're at, and you write these songs, and with our situation, there's 4 people in a room, and you come up with something, and if it's really great, it touches people and people connect to it. And then it's theirs. You know what I mean? It's really no longer yours. Once you put it out into the world, it's for everybody. And I mean, if it's something that I made, I guess this is the one thing that would be different. It's a tangible one thing. If I really liked it, I would keep it.
Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense, right? If I was like, I want to have it. I want it. But for most things, it's like, I'm doing it to express myself and share it with other people. So,
yeah, Chad, my girlfriend's a painter, and occasionally she'll paint something and keep it for herself.
Who are you?
I'm on the show as well. My name's Nick. Nice to meet you. And listen,
like the GIMP? Did they keep you in the club?
That's right.
Well, today they let me take the leather mask off, but normally I'm in the closet. But she's an artist, and she's a painter, and she loves to occasionally keep a painting for herself. But listen, the reason I wanted to bring a chat just for a second is I don't want to alarm you, but we're zooming with you. There's a window behind you, and I just saw somebody wandering behind you. I don't know if you know who that is, or if there's just there. See him?
Yeah.
There's somebody out your window.
Yeah. There's somebody right outside your window right now.
That's my son Dashiell. He's like loves horror movies and creepy dolls. He's on his bike right now.
Okay.
You guys are talking about you.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, if he's a horror guy, we can have a conversation.
He's quite a character.
Chad, I've got to ask you, one of my favorite places in our country is somewhere I've been visiting since I was a kid, Montauk, New York. And I was there a couple years ago. And apparently, now hopefully we get this rumor right, but apparently I just missed you at Swallow East. You jumped on stage, this was the story, to play with the band that was there.
Probably, yeah, that sounds about right. I've been coming. I'm in Montauk right now.
Oh, you are there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it there.
Yeah, it's great. Dashiell, they're just talking about how creepy you are behind you.
He's going to put his son on with us. Let's say to Dashiell. Hey!
Oh,
What's up, dude?
Yeah, no, we've been coming here for about 16 years now. My wife's from this area in Long Island. A little bit, not quite as far, but we're here, and we come in the summer whenever we can, and when I'm not working, and so yeah, I'm sure I've been Talk House, Surf Lodge, you name it. If there's a drum set, I'm showing up. I'm getting up.
I love it. That's cool.
Do you go to Lynn's Hula Hut, the little like hut in the parking lot? If you haven't, you have to go there.
I'm taking any gigs. I'm in the Hula Hut in Montauk.
Yeah.
So does that mean will you go back there instead of staying in Stone Harbor over the weekend, or are
I'm just coming in? Actually, I'm doing. There's a thing at the World Trade Center at the Oculus where you walk through it.
That's right.
And I have a thing there on Friday, and it's running through the weekend. But I have to go down for Friday.
look over your right shoulder?
Really trippy. It's like 2 football fields long, giant digital screens, and my art and a bunch of other people.
Chad, turn around.
Turn around.
Yeah, I just ran away. He was up on the windowsill.
Don't encourage him.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
It's a rascal. This one. I mean, I'm getting payback big time.
Hey, does he play? Does he play drums?
He used to really like the guitar when he was younger. I thought he was going to be the next Jimi Hendrix, but he kind of gave it up. He likes skateboarding and just wreaking havoc with his parents. So now he riding his bike, and no, he kind of. But my middle one, my 12-year-old plays the drums actually, and it's a room full of drums in here.
Ah, nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, I have a drum question for you.
Bed and 3 drum sets.
I have a drum question for you. I'm a lifelong drummer. I'm 53 years old. I quit for a long stretch. I have some hearing issues. I have tinnitus. I played in a band. I did the damage. It's over. But I've been getting back into it the last few years. Bought a great Roland electronic kit. And I've decided to crack down and work on the fundamentals, things that I should have done that I really wasn't paying attention to when I was in marching band and so on. And so I'm really working hard, and I'm doing it just for me. I'm not going to play in a band or anything like that. I just want to be a great drummer just to entertain myself and to satisfy myself. And so I've been working hard. I've been seeing a lot of progress. I'm feeling really, really good about it. And then, boom, all of a sudden, I got this wicked case of tendonitis in my left elbow. And I went to an orthopedic, and he's like, you got to stop playing for a while. But, dude, my momentum is, I'm tearing it up. I'm improving so much. And I don't know if I should listen to the doctor or I should follow my heart and keep on practicing hard, you know?
Man, is it have anything to do with the Roland kit, like how you're hitting? Is that because they don't have a lot of, do they have a lot of give?
No, they did. You know what? Actually, where I initially heard it is I was doing it on a pillow, to work on my rebound a little bit, and I think I went a little too hard on that. So it was my own doing, I think.
I mean, I feel you, brother, when you like want to do it, and then it's like, you can't, or you're not supposed to. Is it inflammation or is it tendonitis?
No, it's like it might be like a little tear in there. So,
Okay.
Yeah. But you've played for, as hard as you guys play, especially when you're touring. Do you ever have these things pop up where it's like, oh man, what am I going to do? Yeah.
Absolutely. It's more. I don't think that I've had tendonitis.
Yeah.
But I get inflammation in my joints, and my wrist, and my elbow. It's not normal to do this, right? Yeah. Man like me, so it's like it's gonna catch up to you.
Yeah.
So you really, it's a funny thing. I tell people, it's like it's no longer like, you party all night and get all wasted and whatever till 4 in the morning, sleep for 2 hours, get up. I mean, it's literally now it's what you got to do to take care of yourself so you can be healthy to perform at the level that you want to.
Right.
So it's a whole different thing. It's really like taking care of yourself, eating right, getting enough sleep. Sounds so boring, but yeah, it's inflammation is the thing that gets me.
Okay.
And so I have to when after we play, if anything hurts or not, I just ice.
Yeah.
I ice my wrists. It's mainly my wrists that tend to get, sticky, as I like to call it, and that really helps. But tendonitis, man, that's
Yeah. I should probably listen to the doctor. I don't know. I'll work it out later. But speaking of the music, I did hear a whisper recently that you and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are starting to get ideas together for a new record. Any truth to that?
There's truth to that. Yes, you heard correct. We're making a record, and we're almost done with it.
Wow.
And then when it's we get, the pandemic thing is no concerts, so we just wrote music and recorded a bunch of songs, and we're gonna put a record out when it's done and baked like a nice cake.
Yeah.
And we'll go play some shows. We're gonna play next year though. We decided to wait. I want it to be fun and safe, and as you were talking about, as normal as possible for everybody, and have the experience not only performing but going to the show. So yeah. I know there's some shows popping up now, but we're gonna wait until next year, like a lot of people, and come out.
How do you guys? How do you guys keep it so fresh and continue to put out like good new music that doesn't sound like the album before or the album before or the album before? You guys have a knack to really just continue to produce great new music.
Wow. You're very smart, not only handsome, powerful.
Powerful?
Anyway, yeah, thank you. Well, we love it. And so, Guy, and as I was just alluding to before, I think that you have to keep changing and growing and challenging yourself as an artist. It's just, why keep doing the same thing over and over? Or some people, that's kind of all they can do, so they do that. Okay. But we're pretty good, as humbly as I can say. We like all kinds of different music, and we want to not do what we did. It's going to sound like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but we have a distinct, something I'm very proud of. We have an identifiable sound to our band. And, Anthony has a very, recognizable voice, and we play the way we do. And you put 4 of us together, and we can kind of do anything. So we're so fortunate that way. That opens up the palette of like fast, slow, hard, funk, rock, blah, 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 all those stupid categories. We just make music that we like. And hopefully you make some good ones. They're not all going to be great. But,
Hey,
do it, man.
Chad,
keep doing the same thing. That would be...
I wanted to ask about the dynamic with your guitar players and Josh Klinghoffer and John Frusciante, and the floating in and out of the two guys. Does that get weird at all, trying to make those decisions of who's going to be playing guitar on with the band now? And because you're talking about your livelihood, you're talking about a brotherhood and all that stuff. So how difficult is it to make those? And you're also talking about legalities and stuff, about contracts and things. So
yeah, it is difficult. We don't interchange our band members like changing our underwear. It's like the chemistry of a group is so important, and that really, to me, separates. All the great bands have amazing chemistry, and it doesn't mean every player has to be so proficient on their instrument, and it's just how people, it's a team, and it's a gang, and it's like how they mesh together. And we've been very fortunate to have great musicians in our band, great guitar players, other drummers before I joined, 30 whatever years ago, but like wonderful musicians. and you have to have that connection with that person for it to gel together and make something that's special. And with John Frusciante, who's come back in our group, this is now the third time, we have that thing with him, and I don't know what it is, but we have it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
When we get together, we make this thing that's special. And as you get older, you don't take that for granted. When we're younger, we're kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, But as you learn and go through life and life experiences, you learn, don't take this for granted. So when he wanted to come back in our group again, he'd gone off and done other things, and he wanted to be in a band again. He's like, this is the only band I want to be in. I just want to play with you guys. And so we were like, I think this would be great to have this opportunity, another fresh, kind of take on what we're doing in 2020 or whenever it was when he joined, a year ago. And so we welcome that. And, again, the other guys in the band are amazing. We've made great music, have had wonderful times. I love Josh and Dave Navarro and all these guys that have been in our group. But, we do have a special thing with John. So we're gonna get on that and see what happens.
Nice.
Hey, Chad, not only am I the guy who claps and cheers in the background when we bring guests on, but I'm also the guy that makes. It's a great job. It's a great gig. Pays the mortgage. But I'm also the guy who makes things weird, and so I want to invite you over for a cigar this weekend because I'm a short town over from where you are. But if you want to come over for a cigar or a crab cake sandwich, I know where to get the good stuff.
Sounds really weird.
We know.
It was supposed to be.
I thought you were going to play, you can come over, some kind of sandwich, and we'll play hide the cigar.
Yeah. Now that's a party.
I heard about the Jersey Shore thing somewhat. I don't know, but you know what? I'm down for whatever. So you might have to come get me rescue me from the gallery.
All right.
Well,
join you for a cigar.
Speaking of the gallery, so people come out, they get to see the artwork and purchase as well, correct? And how is that working? I mean, you're going to be on premises.
I've got the times here.
Oh, you do? All right.
Saturday, 7 to 10 p.m., and then Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah.
I think I'm only going to one on Sunday. I don't want to drive 9 hours back to Memorial Day Sunday. But yeah, I'll be there and come down and we'll hang out and talk about whatever and look at stuff. And I may, add something to something if somebody really wants me to. Who knows? It kind of goes. So yeah, that'll be happening Saturday and Sunday. Exactly.
Hey, do you know, just offhand, and I don't know if this is inappropriate to ask an artist, but what your artwork goes for money-wise, or is it...
Millions!
Yeah.
Wow.
You asked. No, come on. I don't know.
Okay.
Price points in front of there's
Yes.
ones. There's a lot of different ones.
Okay.
So,
Oh, yeah.
but it's it's affordable.
Let's just
for
say
everyone.
art
Okay.
to suit every budget.
I love it. Nice.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
All right. Well, Chad will be, just to reiterate, at the...
Stillwater shirt.
Yeah, he's wearing a
it is.
Stillwater shirt. Yeah.
Wow.
I just picked this up. But in fact, they're reissuing the soundtrack from Almost Famous. If you didn't hear what Chad said, he was asking if I'm wearing a Stillwater shirt.
Right,
And they're
right.
reissuing the soundtrack in like a 5-disc set or something like that. And they're going to have 5 full-length songs from Stillwater. Whoever the group was, wearing. You said Mike McCready?
Yeah, Mike McCready, Nancy Wilson wrote a lot of the songs. I think Cameron Crowe contributed as well, too. But, full-fledged great musicians. But there was a band, and the story, I mean, we can talk about this at another time, but the story behind the band Stillwater, there was a fictional band created by Cameron Crowe for the movie, is really impressive.
Yeah. Kind of like, what's his name? Willie Nelson's son. The
Lucas.
Band. Yeah, Lucas. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like that was the band for that movie, for the Stars Born movie.
With Bradley Cooper. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
They became buddies, and Bradley Cooper became a better musician because he worked with Lucas on that record. Yeah.
Hey, just a quick question, because we have you talk about Almost Famous. What movie do you think most captures? Since you're an actual rock star, what movie do you think resonates and captures the spirit of being a rock star? The best.
Down, no doubt. The movie This Is Spinal Tap.
There we go.
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
The greatest films. I'm sorry. They nail it. Every scene. If you've been in a band at all, done any traveling at all,
Yeah.
it's incredible. It holds up to this day.
It does.
Other movies, Almost Famous, all that stuff, but like, to me, Spinal Tap, hands down.
Are you saying you've gotten lost backstage trying to find your way to the stage before?
Of course. Everything in that movie, not one thing. It's the limo, the whole, everything. It's the record company party, everything. The girlfriend, the thing. It's spot on.
That's great. I love to hear that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Chad, thanks for your time, man. Stone Harbor.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we'll stop. Maybe me and Casey will stop by. We both have shore houses, so we'll come by and say hello.
Please do. That would be awesome.
All
Love
right.
to see you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Chad Smith. Red Hot Chili Peppers, guys. Oh, my God. He is the coolest guy. He is the coolest guy. And his son, Dashiell, was pretty awesome, too, man.
His son kept popping up in the window behind him.
So it is this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And once again, it is the Ocean Gallery. So if you want to check with them ahead of time, you can reach out and find out what the full, meeting times and all that stuff will be, which is cool. So.
I like that idea of visualizing drum playing and what they're doing with that. It's cool stuff.